Ancient Greek gods. Now, if you go along with my theory that they were the Anunnaki stopped writing about 3,000 years BC, and then the Greek gods sort of appeared after that, so that makes sense that they were one of the same. And you know, the Greek gods were 8 to 12 foot tall, and that is a real adult, not a child. And as you can see here clearly by the size difference, the Greek gods just happened to be the same size as the Anunnaki gods, 8 to 12 foot tall, and these are people, not adults with beards, not children with beards. And then Roman times, you've also got the demigods, etc., being way taller than normal people. So I'm hoping I'm convincing you that there was only one set of gods, and they technically weren't even gods, they were Anunnaki, which were aliens. How am I doing convincing you so far on all these videos? I can't do videos on Greece without mentioning the ancient Greece computer, so I'll let the BBC explain it better than I probably could.
120 years ago, sponge divers discovered a shipwreck off the tiny island of Antikythera in Greece. And what they found changed our understanding of human history forever. Among the treasure trove were marble statues, elegant vases, glistening jewellery and ancient coins, and what looked to be a hunk of corroded metal that no one knew quite what to do with.
It was not recognised at all as being anything interesting when it was discovered. It was just a corroded lump about the size of a large dictionary.
But when, in 1902, it was discovered that there were gear wheels inside it, everyone suddenly got rather excited.
This was the first shock, because anything from ancient Greece simply shouldn't have gear wheels. These were precision gears with teeth about 1 millimetre long, and this was just completely shocking.
And the Antikythera mechanism has captured the imagination of archaeologists, mathematicians and scientists ever since.
It's a dedicated calculating machine, and it uses bronze gear wheels to calculate the cycles of the cosmos being the sun, the moon, the planets, against the stars. And wind it forward 10 years, and you can know where the sun and the moon is going to be, and where the planets are going to be.
The question of why the ancient Greeks created such a device has plagued experts since its discovery.
I think it was conceived as a calculating machine that would calculate the theories they had. They had astronomical theories, but could calculate those at the turn of a handle. So it would demonstrate how you could look ahead, say, what's the position of the moon going to be in 5 years' time? You could turn the handle.
So what benefit would there have been for the ancient Greeks to know where the sun or moon would be in 10 years' time? I mean, we don't do it now. We don't sit there and say, hey Google, where's the moon in 10 years' time? But if you were the Anunnaki and you wanted to know when Nibiru, their home planet, was coming back round, and where that would be in relation to Earth, for example, that they're on, then yes, you would actually make that, because the journey is quicker to go from Nibiru to Earth and Earth to Nibiru when it's at its nearest. So you would need some sort of calculation device. Thus, I believe it was an Anunnaki device. Following on from my last video regarding the ancient Greek computer, some people have asked, was it ever built? Yes, it was. It was done via a computer and then 3D printed. So here is what the 3D version would have looked like, and then obviously done on 3D printers. And it does actually work, and it does do exactly what the people thought it would do, which is calculate where planets, etc., would be in relation to other planets at a particular time in the future. So for example, if you was looking for where Nibiru would be closest to the Earth, you would use a device like this so that you could then fly off, instead of wasting an extra year going all the way to wherever Nibiru is. You'd wait to know where it's going to be at its closest to Earth, which is what I think this device was made for by the ancient Greek gods, which were the Anunnaki. This person is referring to this ancient Greek computer. First of all, it was found in a sunken ship's sink. That's what they do sometimes, unfortunately. But it doesn't mean that this was their only one. They may have had more, so that's why they could probably lose it and not feel too bad, or they built another one. And second of all, the Anunnaki weren't intergalactic. They were from our own solar system. Now, you're assuming that technical stuff such as iPhones and computers, etc., is better than cogs. Now, they were further away from the sun than we are, so they would never have used solar power. So they would have had to have bought a battery here and a charging unit, etc. Now, Anunnaki lived for hundreds of thousands of years. I can guarantee you this device would have lasted longer than your iPhone. So stop thinking in terms of technology when sometimes old school methods work. Wait, this isn't another flat earth video. This is a video showing that Perry Reese, who people believe was one of the people that actually created the flat earth maps, and therefore what he done was correct, and therefore there's no globe. Now, Perry Reese was around from the 1400s to the 1500s and was a cartographer, which he made many maps. Now, keep that date in mind, because in 1492, this is the oldest known surviving globe of the Earth, in other words, round, not flat. Now, if we go here, round representations of the Earth go back to ancient Greece, which predates all of the maps that people talk about as being flat. So ancient Greece. Thank you very much.